You are 10 years old when your father kneels. The great hall smells of smoke and damp wool. Candles tremble in iron brackets as two kings sit across from each other, one upright, victorious, the other bowed, defeated. Your father's armor is still stained from a battle he pretends was strategic retreat. You don't understand treaties. You understand your mother's grip tightening around your shoulders. Voices echo, words like tribute, guarantee, peace. Then your name. The victorious king does not ask for land. He does not ask for gold. He asks for certainty. He asks for you. Your father hesitates only a second, long enough for you to see the war behind his eyes. Then he nods. It is done. You are escorted forward while nobles murmur about honor and reconciliation. Your mother collapses into prayer. Your father will not meet your eyes. You are not taken in chains. That would imply cruelty. You are taken with ceremony. And that is worse. Peace has been purchased. With your childhood, winter bites harder once you cross the border. The banners change color. The language shifts slightly in tone. The guards riding. Beside you are polite, but they never relax. You are given warm furs, good food, a horse instead of a cart. You are not treated like a prisoner. You are treated like something valuable. The captain explains it plainly one evening by the fire. If your father keeps his oath, you will live comfortably. And if he does not, he doesn't finish. He doesn't need to. You watch the snow swallow the road behind you and understand something terrible. Your life is no longer yours. It is a message, a promise, a blade held gently against your throat from a distance. The castle appears on the horizon days later, rising from stone cliffs like something eternal. You are delivered through its gates, not as a guest, but as insurance. Enemy King smiles when he meets you. His hands are soft. His eyes are not. He calls you young lord, as if the title still belongs to you. You are given chambers larger than your family's keep. Silk underclothes, tutors, musicians, priests. No chains, no barred windows, but every corridor has guards. Every meal is observed. Every letter you write home is sealed by someone else first. You are permitted to walk the gardens, to study in the library, to train with wooden swords alongside noble sons. The freedom is deliberate. A dungeon breeds rebellion. Luxury breeds compliance. The realization settles slowly. They do not need to cage your body. They only need to shape your loyalty. And the shaping has already begun. You are not alone. There is a girl from the southern duchy whose brother died in battle. A quiet boy from the coast who speaks only when spoken to. A taller youth who hides bitterness behind laughter. You recognize the same calculation in all of them. Smile when watched. Listen more than you speak. One of them, Isolde, becomes your shadow. She teaches you which servants can be trusted, which corridors are safer for private words, how to bow in the local fashion without appearing submissive. The trick, she whispers once, is to look grateful. Meanwhile, the king's son studies you during feasts. He is your age, sharp-eyed, amused. You realize something new, something more dangerous. You are no longer just collateral. You are a potential alliance, and alliances can be sharpened into weapons. Your ETU tutors are relentless. You learn the language of your captors until it rolls off your tongue more easily than your own. Priests teach you that kings rule by divine will. That rebellion is sin. That obedience preserves souls. Knights teach you sword, forms, but not to win wars, to perform, to entertain, to demonstrate refinement. You are praised when you excel, rewarded when you comply, corrected when you hesitate. Slowly, dangerously, you begin thinking in their idioms, laughing at their jokes, admiring their architecture. You catch yourself defending their customs in conversation. The realization burns. If you survive long enough, will you still belong to your father's kingdom? Or will you belong here? Isolde notices your silence growing heavier. Remember who you are, she says, but identity erodes quietly, not through violence. Through repetition, rebellion breaks out in your homeland during your third winter. Whispers slide through the corridors like drafts. Your father has refused new taxes. He has fortified his borders. The king summons all hostages to the courtyard. You stand beneath gray skies as a man is dragged forward. Another hostage's guardian, accused of treason by association. The hostage boy beside you trembles. The execution is swift. The message is slower. The king does not look at you as he speaks. Peace requires discipline. That night, the boy's chambers are empty. No explanation. No farewell. Isolde grips your wrist in the dark. They will never waste us, she whispers, but they will remind us. For the first time, you stop seeing yourself as helpless. You begin thinking like a survivor. The king's son begins requesting your presence. Hunts, falconry, private chess games by the fire. He asks about your homeland, not mockingly, but curiously. Aedi will rule it one day, he says, in some capacity. You do not know if it is a threat or a promise. Isolde warns you. Power invites proximity. Proximity invites danger. But refusing the prince is impossible. You study him as carefully as he studies you. His impatience, his ambition, his rivalry with his elder brother. You offer insight without revealing allegiance. You listen more than you speak. For the first time, you sense a shift. You are not just being shaped. You are learning to shape back. Your father's rebellion collapses. By spring, the treaty is rewritten. You are summoned to the throne room. Instead of execution, the king proposes permanence. When you come of age, you will marry into his bloodline, cementing peace not through fear, but through inheritance. Your children will belong to both kingdoms. It is presented as honor. It is, in truth, a lifelong bond. Beautiful chain. Isolde's face pales when she hears. If you accept, she says, you live. And if I refuse, she doesn't answer. You stand alone that night beneath stone arches and make a decision not as a child, but as someone who understands the board. You will survive, even if survival costs you freedom. Years reshape you. Your marriage is celebrated across both lands. Feasts stretch for days. Minstrels sing of unity. You smile flawlessly. You speak both languages without hesitation. You advise carefully, never too boldly. When disputes arise between courts, you mediate. When tensions flare, you cool them. You are respected, feared in quiet ways, untouchable, but only within the boundaries permitted to you. Your power exists because it serves stability. The moment it threatens it, you know it would vanish. Still, you have accomplished something extraordinary. Your father's lands remain intact. War has not returned. You survived, and you adapted. You stand atop the castle walls years later, wind tugging at your cloak. Below, merchants trade freely between kingdoms once soaked in blood. Children chase each other through markets that would have burned. Your own children carry both banners in their blood. History will remember this as diplomacy, as foresight, as royal wisdom. It will not record the cold. Nights, you lay awake wondering who you truly belong to. It will not remember the boy who vanished, or the execution in the courtyard, or the winter you stopped speaking your mother tongue in your sleep. You were never chained, yet you were never free. Peace has a cost, and sometimes that cost is a life redirected instead of ended. You survived, but not unchanged. And not every royal hostage was given the chance to grow powerful enough to choose survival. Some were only ever reminders. If you think this was ruthless, wait until you see what happened to hostages in the courts of the Ottoman Empire.